just gonna be a small study just to get the overall things in. Oh my god, I'm sleepy already. I haven't even laid down one line. I would change her feature a little to suit my taste. Here, you know what? Construction. Let's just lay in the blob of value. I'm not going to color pick just because, you know, it's a study. Okay, let's just lay down the background color, which is pretty dark. I think it's like the close, really close to black, 100% black, but I think it might be a tint lighter. I might be wrong, but I just lay it in for the time. Alright, let's continue our blob. If you squint your eyes, start laying in the shapes by, you know, squint your eyes on the reference and see what's in light, and then lay down the same shape. Okay, I'll just lay down the light first, and then we talk about shadow later. She should be further right here. Yeah. Clip. Here, maybe. Okay, so shadow, squint your eyes again. My vocab is a little funny today. Actually, everything is in shadow here except this part, which is her shoulder. And of course her eye sockets coming in. Like at this point, it's digital art, you don't have to worry about the proportion yet, because in the end you can always change, modify, alter, liquefy it, you know.
I'm trying to squint my eyes on the reference, okay. Okay, let's put it out in shadow for the time being here. Okay.
It's not my lady. Where's my lady? Oops. Okay. Okay. Here's my lady.
Okay, our shadows here.
Why didn't I use that size from the start? I don't even know. Let's determine halftone. You know what? I'm just gonna do everything in one layer because it's easier to fix things that way. Alright. Now that we see that some of the halftone is gonna be right there, just use smudge tool here. Can I use my lady for smudging? Let's try it. I don't even know. No, I can't. Okay, too creamy. I'm just gonna use medium brush for smudging. Nope. Let's do soft. Nope. Oh my god. Soft blend, there you go. Yeah, that's better. Okay. It's there for a reason, isn't it? Let's do some smudge right here. It's smaller, yep. To determine the halftone, and of course, plane changing is pretty hard. It looks pretty hard on here. Soft turn here. Soft turn here. And of course on the cheeks. Close here as well. I'm gonna let it lay there. Close this. Some bounce like under her nose. This bounce like shouldn't be so bright, and I mistakenly making it so bright. I'm just gonna fix that. Should be somewhere here maybe, because as many artists have mentioned, the lightest dark is darker than the darkest light. And now, right now her face is a bit deformed because I didn't think about the proportion when I lay down all the shapes, but we'll get there. Don't worry. I know you're worried. Did I take the video? Okay, great. You know, I should lay down a bit of lines first, but whatever. Oh, I made a mistake going on to a smaller brush, and then I'll be like distracted to do all those, you know, to nitpick on those details. Oh my god, my brush sucks so much. This brush, my lady, it's better for sketching and line and something with cartoony style shading rather than realistic. So you know what, I'm gonna use airbrush. Let me just go to subblend just to blend this shit. Okay, that shouldn't blend there because there's a hard turn here under her nose. I was pointing at it like you can see it because why is it so small? Why do I actual size? Okay, there you go. I mean, if you zoom in, you will just start nitpicking on all the details, so it's better to work small. At least from the, not at least, but essentially from the start of your process, you should work small so that you only focus on the overall shape and the overall image and how it is read from afar. That's really important. Let's just lay in that what's the word? What's the word again? Ambient occlusion. Yes. So basically, where there's no light can penetrate, even ambient light cannot penetrate. So it's gonna be like black. Use the background because it's dark enough to be the ambient occlusion light. I mean value. I don't like how her face look at the moment, but we'll fix that later. And it's like pretty hard here because the form changing is sudden. So let's create hard edge. I have a problem pronouncing that word. It always sounds like age, like a 3 years old. Ages. That's pretty dark here. Emphasize that's on the gradient. My face looks so deformed, but that's okay. Okay, let's liquefy that face because I can't handle that anymore. I'm not going to try to copy her feature exactly like Diana in the reference. has too small of a mouth than my liking, so I'm just gonna tweak this to be a wider mouth. Not much different, is it?
Okay. So looks better to me. Mm-hmm. Okay, no, wait, later. Here goes Anna. Mm-hmm. My lady.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's get some of that bounce light going. Oops, just dropped my pencil. And I'm drawing on my bed too. That's dangerous. Bounce light under her mouth, right here. Remember, reflected light is in a shadow family, and it won't be lighter than the halftone, which is in a light family. I feel like it's a bit... Alright. It's a bit off because it's light. No! It's gonna be darker. Like maybe this is darker. Maybe around here. Okay. I guess it's more like it, but it's too dark. Okay, there you go. Hair going here. Let's follow the form of her shin curving there. Get the curve right. Let's set down some of the highlight. Alright, so what am I missing? I've got the light, I've got average light, I've got average shadow, I've got some of the halftone down. Wait, I might have to add some halftone here on her forehead. Yeah. Like that. Okay. Alright. Where were we? Got distracted so easily, I can't believe it. Okay. Okay, now, where am I again? I was gonna say, okay, I've got the average light, I've got average shadows, I've got some of the reflected light, I've got some of the ambient occlusion. Okay, let's start over. The darkest one is the ambient occlusion. The next darkest is average shadow, and then the next darkest is reflected light. Yep, so these three are in the same family. Keep it so. The darkest part of the painting. Okay, and now light family. The halftone is the darkest light. The average light is the next one, and then there's a highlight. Okay, I'm just gonna lay in some overall highlight. Let me do the new layer, and then soft brush just to lay in some, just the overall one, not the spot itself, because in that case it won't be gradation. Maybe like there. This, we've got some highlight going on right here, and of course on her nose bridge. Okay, and there's some right here as well, curving around her face form, like here, going down. Okay, so we got it there, a bit right here, and of course right here as well. Too much. Story of my life. Can't even say it right. See? I can't even say anything right. Like a blob there. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Really strong right here for her eyes. Alright. Okay. She looks like someone. Her nose. Annie? You know, it's her eyelid reflecting the highlight because it's facing up. That plane is facing up to the light source, and same as this, her lower lid. And I'm going to emphasize that using the ambient occlusion right here. That's from turning right here. This should have taken me 10 minutes. Her eyes a bit too wonky at the moment. Oops, I forgot to merge down. There you go. Up. Oh. Yeah, look at that. You know what? I feel like... I'm just curious, okay? Let me color pick this. Oh my god, it's a complete black. Because in nature, complete black is so rare, right? I mean... Alright, I have a second thought. Here. It should have some cast shadow underneath her mouth. Right here. Which I forgot. Which make her mouth looks not good. What am I mumbling? I'm so mumbling to this. I like to mumble a lot most of the time. You know what it's gonna look like in time-lapse. Look, the time-lapse replay. Look at it. It's just gonna be at the corner. Oh dear. Look at all that hard work have been pressed into just a little. I still think her nose is too big in here. Let me fix that. Copy and paste. Actually, I'm gonna liquefy it. Turn Russian in a tick. Is it Russian? Spanish? Whatever. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, looking good. Looking good. Let's see. Yeah. Merge. Now the mouth. Definitely have to adjust the mouth. Too small for my liking. Why is she smiling? I don't want her to smile. And her nose seemed to be still big, but I like it at some, to some extent though. It's pretty rough at the moment. Under her nose here, the plane under her nose here. Okay. And actually the highlight is wrapping behind the nose there, which I'm going to fix. And that's gonna make the form a bit softer. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll fix this later, but it's getting there, isn't it? It's getting there. Okay, let's leave this to rendering later. Okay, leave this for rendering later. Got some reflected light going on underneath there. Now let's me get her nostril right. I think to get this to the point where I like it, it would take about 3 hours. Approximately. Feel like I want to move the painting to Clip Studio Pen because there's so many favorite brush of mine there. Should I render it? Or should I call this finished study? It's a study after all. That doesn't mean it has to be done quickly. No, what I meant was, it doesn't mean that you can't spend a long time on a study. Rendering sometimes is therapeutic. Therapist. Yeah, it's a therapist. Reflected light on her, underneath her shin. A shin, it's a little too bright. Apparently I can't take my own advice. My keyboard just died on me. So 2 days has passed since I was working on this. I'll call it quit, because number one, it's already more than enough of a value study. Like, if you're looking at it from afar, you can already tell what the image is all about. If it was me a long time ago, or it's still in me, that perfectionism, she will just keep going and going until everything is well polished. As you can see, there's some rough edges and here and there, and it still looks like it's not refined, but I had enough, basically. That's number two. I can't concentrate anymore, and I can, but I see no point, really, like essential point to keep going. Or if I want to keep going and refine it to a further or advanced level, it would just be just to show off my patience, or just to show off my rendering skill. And I would like to do that. I actually do. I'm quite pedantic. For now, my laziness get the better of me. And I feel like that's actually the real reason, and not the reasons that I want to focus on my artistic growth, which that is more like a beautiful way to put it, but it's not a reality in my case. Underline that. I'm just too lazy to keep going. And I have nothing else to say. I'll see you again in my next video. Have a good night, have a good morning, good day, whatever time you're watching this, but it's mostly at night. Goodbye. Also, I need to use the mouse to shut this down. Everything's in the way.